2,000 US military deaths in Afghanistan is a milestone that passed almost unnoticed in the United States itself. It's unclear exactly what happened in Wardak province, but NATO's distancing itself from previous claims that this was a so-called insider killing. It now says insurgent fire may have been a factor. In the end, a US soldier and a contractor were killed, as well as 3 members of the Afghan army. Despite the latest incident, NATO's insisting relations between Afghan and NATO troops are still strong.
Whilst these incidents do represent a means by which the enemy seeks to drive a wedge between ISAF and our ANA and ANP colleagues, the fact is he will not succeed in doing this. Our relationships are very strong and they're very effective.
ISAF may be rowing back from its initial statement, but insider killings have been on the rise. In 2007, 2 NATO soldiers were killed by their Afghan colleagues. Since then, the number of deaths from insider attacks has increased. So far, in 2012, 53 NATO personnel have been killed. That's almost 1 in every 6 NATO deaths this year. But Americans don't seem too worried about fighting in Afghanistan. For them, the end in 2014 is in sight.
Lack of support for the war, which in many ways was promoted by this administration's pullout policy rather than victory policy, is certainly going to add a pall going forward on operations and on the withdrawal.
Whether the 2000th US military death was an insider killing or not, such incidents are considered one of the most serious threats to NATO's exit strategy from Afghanistan. Many of the 108,000 coalition troops are involved in training Afghan forces. There's a foreign policy debate looming as part of the presidential election, but Afghanistan is unlikely to dominate. After 10 years of fighting and with a pullout date long since set, Americans are being told Iran, Syria and even China are greater threats worth worrying about. The debate about whether America has been successful in Afghanistan or not must wait until another day. John Terrett, Al Jazeera, Washington.